VIP. Let's kick it.
Hi and welcome back to Luxe Garage. I'm Jason and this is Luxe Garage. Thanks for coming back and seeing me. Should be a fun video today. We're going to be opening all these for the collection. I've been asked a lot and been messaged a lot, hey, when are you going to open some more cars? I think the last thing I opened was this 83 Silverado from the Japan convention. And if y'all have seen that video, I cut it open, these higher end cars, I cut open with a razor blade and then slide them out so I can keep the card. And this one was number 3526 of 7,000, and it's the 83 Silverado. I collect 83 Silverado, so I needed that one loose. And then there's the tailgate and then the actual bottom of the car. So pretty cool. Now the reason I cut these and I keep the card is so that on some of this higher end stuff, a lot of people make customs of them. So if you ever needed to sell it or trade it around, you'll have a card showing that it's real. But anyway, ever since I opened this one, people's been asking me to do an opening video or to open more cars. So today, that's all we're going to do. Anyway, 83 Silverados I collect. I've got all the 83 Silverados but one right now. I'm missing the NFTH of that, and I'm just not going to pay, you know, $800–900 for it right now. Maybe I'll trade around for it later. Here's the newer Silverado that's come out. This one was in the Hot Wheels trucks, the 83, and basically it's the light blue here, baby blue. Silverado got the white walls there, chrome base, but great looking truck. Looks like the wheels are even smaller, but that's just because I think they painted the rims with the white. But I needed that for the loose collection, so there you go. Next here is the purple Dollar General Store exclusive of the 83 Silverado. And my buddy had actually went and found these, and he told me, hey, I got one. So we did some trading to get this one. So there you go. It's the purple 83 Chevy Silverado. Pretty cool. They did the base a little different. On this one did a gray style base, which is pretty cool. But anyway, there's the purple Silverado for the collection. Next here, I collect all 83 Silverados. I've got all the tunes that I know of now. Here's the one from the Gulf series. And I really like the artwork on this one. But I really want to take a better look at it when it gets out. I like the wheels on this one too. So anyway, there's your packaging. There's your Gulf delivery on the side. And got the Gulf on the hood. Got your Chevrolet on the back, which is really cool touch. And then there's your base on it right there, tuned Silverado. So I like the little tuned Silverados. Personally, I would have thought it would have been awesome if they wouldn't have put the motor coming out the hood and the roll bar, but what do I know? Pretty cool. Speaking of tuned 83s, got the new 5-pack here, and it's got the tuned 83 in it. So obviously I'm going to open it. I only want the 83 out of this set, so all the rest of them will be stuff that I trade around, or you know, some of it I'll give to the kids or whatever. And but anyway, the new 5-pack, it's got your surf and turf in there. Here, let me pull them out a little bit at a time. Here's the main one I wanted. I hadn't seen this loose yet, so yeah, I'm seeing it for the first time right now. I really like the design on it. I like the yellow, and I like the old, it looks like a nod back to the 90s to me with those crazy tampos on the side. But yellow, there's your base, got a black base there on that one. So that'll be good with the Gulf here. So I'm caught up on all them. Then we'll go over these real quick. You got your surf and turf there, which is pretty cool. It's got a pineapple surfing there on the side of it. Then you got your Papa Wheelie. You put it back in there. Got a 67 Camaro tuned. I used to collect this casting, but I ended up selling most of those off. I kept a couple of them. And then your last one here is the head starter, which is basically the F1 car with the person set in it, which is a really cool casting. I don't collect any of these castings, so all these will be, you know, extras, basically, whatever you want to call them. So anyway, and I'm dropping everything on the ground, and of course you know how that goes. Fumble fingers over here. Anyway, also while I'm opening 5-packs, might as well open this is the Gasser new 5-pack here. And the main reason I'm opening it is because I collect the 55 Gasser. Now I've got all the 55 Gassers that Hot Wheels put out, except for one. And the one that I'm missing is the
Drums, please.
NFTH. And I just still can't pay $800 or $900 for an NFTH. But here's the 55 Gasser out of that. It says high roller on the sides. You got your dice there on the side. Top's got a pretty cool deco on it. Other side there's your front. Got your, let me turn it upside down. There's your plastic base on that one. But I also wanted the rollback here. And this is the fast bed hauler. But the main reason I wanted it, you can see the dice and the black on it. So that'll be like a matching set there that you can put together. It can haul the 55 Gasser. And so that's pretty cool there. So that's how I'll probably display that one whenever long term. I'll put it over here. And we'll go over the rest of the stuff that's in the 5-pack. Of course, you've got your 65 Mercury Comet there. And it says mouse catcher on the side there. It's pretty cool deco on this one. I don't collect that casting, but it is a cool casting, so it'll be easy to trade that one around. And there's your family hauler there. And that's the Nova Gasser there. It's a 64 Gasser. So that's pretty cool. I love the pinstriping details on the top. And it's a cool deco on the side of it. So, and then your last one here is the straight pipes. And it says on the side, it says deep stage. I don't know exactly. I know it says it's a Gasser. It's pretty wild looking. But anyway. So I thought that was pretty cool. So we got the 5-pack of Gassers. I needed one car, but I decided I'd keep the hauler too because it kind of matches the 55. Thought it'd make a cool display whenever I go to display it. Also, now we got the Zamacs back here. And this was a Zamac, and this piece had the 6-pack, and it's got the 83 right there that I collect, and it's got the Nissan here that I collect. So we're going to rip it real quick and see if we can get it open. May have to get the knife out. No, it pulled off the side, never mind. So anyway, we'll get it. Alright, so right off the bat here we've got the 83 Silverado, and it's in Zamac. And you can see cool tampo on the hood there. On the sides like the Goodyear and Ebach on the side there. Got a nice custom grille, and the headlights are painted. Back's got your stripe running around the back, and it is a metal base, which is really cool. So that piece right there goes with the 83s. So a lot of 83s been coming out lately. Of course, you know, you got the blue one of that. I've already got it loose somewhere over on the other side. The only reason I didn't open one of them today. Then the other car that I collect out of this set, if I can get it out of here, is the custom 1993 Nissan hardbody mini truck lowrider. And it's got a metal base on it too, which is a really cool piece. I like the decal on it. I collect that casting. I have them all out right here. There's been, this is the 5th one that they've released. This was the first release. I don't know if y'all remember that release. Then I believe the black was the second release there. Then there was the mail-in, and that's an unspun. I've got a spun version somewhere. I got to find it, or we'd be opening it today. And then there's the one that they had at the convention, which is really awesome. And then the newest one here is the Zamac set, so we have them all loose now. And of course I've got the Dancing Bed 86 back here too, but anyway, so that'll be a great addition with them. And then the rest of these here, I'll be able to trade around. I'm sure there'll be people looking for them. We'll start here with the Datsun Sunny truck there in Zamac. Got Datsun written on the back, which is a pretty cool touch. It is a good looking truck. I just don't collect that casting. I like the way they painted the bed in there black, and it's got a metal base on it also. That's pretty cool. And then you've got your 72 Chevy Love truck there, custom. It's pretty cool. I like the deco on it pretty good too. And it's actually got a plastic base on it. So anyway, that. Then you've got your, let's see if I can get it out of here. Hold on. You got your 67 mini truck there in Zamac. Kind of see there. And it's actually got a metal base on it too. And then the last one here was the, well, let me put this back in there. If I can get it to push out here. And then you got the Volkswagen Caddy truck, basically. Pretty cool little vehicle. Got some good details on it. I like the bed with the skateboard painted, which is really cool. But it's got a plastic base on it also, which is pretty wild. But I really do like the skateboard in the bed. That's a cool touch. Anyway, so that's that set. Making a mess back here. I probably should have just laid all this to the side.
A few moments later.
Here, we'll just go ahead and open this one next. This is the mini truck, number 231. I don't believe I have this one loose yet with the white hub. I have the chrome hub here loose. I do have most of these. Most of them are still in the package, so as I come across them, we'll be putting them in the opening. We'll do another opening video as I find this stuff. But anyway, there's the mini truck and with the white hub. There's the chrome hub. So we're going to open it so we'll have the matching pair. And another one of my favorite castings I collect all of is this one. And as far as I know, I've got all of this casting except for there's supposed to be an international release or Mexico release, I'm not sure which one, that's solid yellow with gold wheels and gold insert. Kind of like the black one that come out, but it's, instead of it being black, it's yellow. I'm actually looking for that one still, but I should have all of them after I get that one. As I find them, we'll open them and we'll put them out. Next here we've got the Optimus Prime. And that one's pretty cool there. And the main reason I needed to get one of these in the package, I actually do collect this casting. I had one of the original Optimus Primes when I was a kid. And I've also got the, I've got an unspun, and we've got the pre-production Zamac there, and actually the unspun. I took the cab off the unspun and put the Zamac on it so it make a better display. And you can see the pieces of the tree still on this one where it was just a pre-production piece from the factory. And then this was the cab that come off of it that is unspun. And then I have one now to go with it so that it completes the complete set or whatever. So we'll stay with the theme of trucks. Now the funny thing about these Texas Drive-Ems, I collected this casting. I had them all except for the Troy Lee designs. Then I was like, I don't know if I really want to collect the casting anymore, so I sold some of the higher end pieces. And this one is not the chase. I do have the chase of it down here in the case, but this one is the regular version. But I had an extra one of them, so we'll open it to go back in the collection. I've already sold this one out of the collection. Now we're going to put it back in the collection. This is the antifreeze color, and these are getting a little bit tougher to find. You can see there they got a metal base on them. I really liked this casting when it first come out, and whenever they started clearancing these out, I bought a bunch of them, and I actually did some customizing on the orange ones back in the day. That was the antifreeze regular. And then here's your blue regular. I have the chase. Again, it's back here in the case. But when I sold them, I sold some of the chases. I sold some of the higher end pieces, some of the convention pieces. But there's your blue regular version. And so we'll have the blue regular to go next to the chase version. These are also out of the package, by the way. I like the way they have the Ford tailgate details and stuff on the back still, and this is still a metal base on those. And like I said, back in the day, I liked them so much that I did a custom of them. And this one mimics a truck like my uncle used to have, just like it has 79. blue and white, and I went and painted that one blue and white. And I put the basic wheels because I'm a big fan of the basic wheels, so I went ahead and made this one. Thought it was cool. So anyway, just a little side note there. So that takes care of most of our trucks there. I thought those were really cool. So next we've got a 69 Charger funny car. And this one was from the Zamac 2016. Zamac 2016. And I really like this one a lot. And I hadn't opened one of these yet. I wanted to open it and check it out. That is really cool. Got your prop and everything on there. Got your Redline tires and real riders. This thing looks great out of the package. I'd like to try to pick up one or two more of these. These would be awesome for customs. And you can see there on the bottom it's metal base, but very cool piece. So I went ahead and picked one of those up. I do collect the 69 Charger. And speaking of the 69 Charger, here is your 69 Charger RT from the Redline Club, which this one actually I got. This one was at the convention as a pink party car. And so I didn't get a chance to get one of these, but a buddy of mine hooked me up and gave it to me at cost. So that was good because he knows I'm a big 69 Charger collector. Well, package ain't much, but I'm trying to get it out of the package here. These things are really put on here good. I'm gonna end up having to take a knife to this one. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. You gotta be real careful with these. You don't want to cut anything that you don't want to cut, obviously. Don't want to hit the tires and give it a flat. Anyway, we're starting to maybe get somewhere now. Alright, throw that over there. And that over there. And there it is out of the package. It is hard to explain to people if they've not messed with the Redline Club stuff. When you pull them out of the package, how much better they look than in the package. They're awesome cars in the package, don't get me wrong. It's just the details, the paint jobs, you just don't do it justice whenever you've got your, see if I can get your license plate there. I'm trying to get the license plate. PRT, Party Tar. Anyway, the hood does open and shut. You can see that it's got a newer motor stuffed off in there, probably from the Hellcat or a Elephant. But there's your, again, there's your pink party car. Got some dust on the hood of that one. We put that dust on. I don't know why I don't want to focus very well, but man, you're talking about a good looking car. There's your bottom. Metal base. And it's just a good looking car all the way around. I don't know what's going on with the camera unless it's trying to find my face and it's trying to focus that instead of the car. But anyway, so that's really cool. Then comes up to I collect this 77 Pontiac TA. This is the super treasure hunt of it. And so I need to pick one of those up. Finally picked one up. So I can put it with my other collection there. Let's see if I can get it out here. And there you can see the flame there on the back of that one. So yeah, it looks really good out of the package. It's like they did a Spectre Flame color paint job on that one. I like the original looking bird on the side. The deco on the side is really nice looking. Like the wheel choice. It does have a plastic base, which is cool, but this is a good looking car, so I had to go ahead and pick one up. So now we got the treasure hunt open of that one. And another one, obviously, if I've done customs on it, this was a custom of the Modern Classic, the red one that come out. And this was a custom I did years ago. I stripped it and then polished it, put some different wheels on it. That was back whenever they had a metal base. But that's just a tidbit of, if I've done a custom on it, probably collect the casting. But anyway, that's beside the point. Next here, nothing crazy, just something that I thought was cool is this Ford Model A Custom 31. A lot of people's been looking at these. I've seen a lot of customs done with these, which is really cool, like they did the real cars, chopping the top and everything else. But it's a good looking car. I like the wheels on this too. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be using those wheels on a lot of things. I like the way they did slats on the top, kind of to mimic the wood that would be in there. And really cool little piece there. So I picked it up, little high boy action. I collect the Big Air Bel-Air. So I went ahead and picked up, this is the red, newer one that come out. I guess this come out in the 8th case. So, of this year, not been out long. And then there's the red one, obviously of that. Looks pretty cool. I like the cool designs there. Got a gray plastic base on that one. And that looks good. I collect all of the Big Air Bel-Airs. I believe I've got every one of them now, as far as I know. I've got them all, but I haven't loosened them all yet. Like I said, I'm looking for places to put stuff, and as I'm trying to clean up, I'm trying to get, or straighten up and get stuff out. Sorry, this one I should have said, this was the Big Air Bel-Air from the premium, and it's pretty cool. It's got a metal base on it, and I really like the deco on this. You can tell that it's a 56 Chevy there, the way they got it painted up. But I love the Baja style, and this is one of the castings I collect all of them of. And I've got all of them, even the Toy Fair one, and I got a pre-production Toy Fair one also, so I'll eventually get all of them out. We'll do a show on those. But very cool. I love the Big Air Bel-Air stuff. Next, here's I collect the cool Combi, and this was a Legends Tour. I hadn't opened one of them yet, so went ahead and picked one of those up to open. Like I said, the cool Combi is a casting that I was thinking about getting rid of the, let me see if I can get this, there's plastic out there. And then here's the car. It looks just like the Treasure Hunt deco. Of course, it's in a pinkish color. I don't know what color it is. I'm colorblind, in case y'all didn't know. But anyway, they did this basically in the same deco as they do the Treasure Hunts, and that's what they've been doing with all the Legends Tour, it seems like. But it looks good, loose. It's got a plastic base on it also. Let's see if we can get it up here where you can read it. But still a cool piece. I needed it for the cool Combi collection. As far as I know, I believe I've got every cool Combi except for I need a loose. As far as I know, all I need now on the cool Combis. Oh yeah, let me go over this. This was the 80th anniversary, the cool Combi 80th pop culture. Only cool Combi I think I'm missing right now to have them all loose, or to have them too loosened, would be I need another one of the variations with the Beatles cool Combi with the Moon Eyes repaint. But then again, I think, would I ever open it even if I had it? Probably not. It's just getting too tough to find. Cool Combi there, and it looks good. It's got the 80th deco. I like the top, the way they did the 80th all over the top. And then you got the 80th with the Real Riders. It does have a metal base on this one, which is really cool. And like I said, I do like the way they did the top with the 80th written on it. Try to get it up there where you can actually see the thing. And that's pretty cool. So, like I said, another Combi to put in the collection. And then next here we've got the Volkswagen bus. Now this was a casting that I was thinking about selling, so I'd sold quite a few of these different ones, like the Penske in maroon, and a few of the convention pieces over the years. I think of Dave Wise, a couple of those. But then when I started doing my live, people was like, oh, they really like the drag bus. And I was like, well, I like the drag bus too, because I really like the kind of like the throwback on the drag bus between the drag bus and the cool Combi. The way they had the back door open kind of makes me of the drag bus wing. So anyway, I was like, you know what, I do really like that, so I'm going to probably go ahead and keep collecting it, because I still have probably 65 or 70 of them already. And I'd sold some of the higher end pieces, but I'm sure we can trade around and get them back. Now, I don't know about the maroon one loose, because if I ever get another one of those, it'd probably be in the package. So here you go. Here's the Redline Club loose. Like I said, it is very hard to explain how nice these are after you open them and you see them firsthand. They probably don't show up very good here on the TV, but you can really see the details they did in this one. It's really cool. And like I said, I always liked the drag bus. It was a casting there for a long time that I hunted, and I had most of them. I never had them all, and it's got a metal base, and then of course it opens, and then you've got some detail in there on the engine bay and on your fuel tanks on the side, and it's just a good looking car all the way around. And so I decided I would go back and keep collecting these, so I'll have to find a few of them that I did have, which is okay. It's more to hunt, which is fun. And then of course I went ahead and picked up the Ninja Turtles one, because if you're gonna, you know, if you're gonna collect casting, I collect all the casting. Some castings are really cool, like in 1 or 2 colors, but I do like that one so much. And so there you go. You got all 4 turtles on one side doing this pose, and then on the other side you've got a little different pose there, and then on the top you've got a little bit different pose. So you got 3 different poses. It opens up. I like the solid black wheel rider and the wheels on that one, and it is a metal base also. I don't know if y'all can see that there, but like I said, it's different decos on each side, which is cool. And then of course open. I thought it was cool. If you like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, then you know, it's right up your alley, I'm sure. Something a little different that I really like that they've been putting out is some different of these fantasy cars. I'm not big into fantasy cars usually, but I love this Magic 8 Ball whenever it first come out. So I went ahead and grabbed some of those up. And I do like it because obviously it looks like an 8 ball, but it also reminds me of the Beanie Bandit from Ed Roth. And I just thought that it gave me that Beanie Bandit vibe all the way around. And it's got an 8 ball on top, and of course you shake it, it's got a clear plastic base, and then it's got all different sayings there that you can flop around and look at. And I thought that was cool. Matter of fact, I've got a Beanie Bandit right here we can kind of compare it to. If y'all want to check it out. This is why I think it looks like a Beanie Bandit. Kind of see the motor sticking out, the way the fenders come over the wheels. Instead of having a bubble on the driver's seat, it's just got the 8 ball in it. And even over the back wheels. That's kind of the reason it reminds me of the Beanie Bandit. And the Beanie Bandit is my favorite Redline to collect. I do a rainbow in it. And so I wanted the Magic 8 Ball, but even though it looks like a Beanie Bandit, so that'll be one that I'm going to collect as they come out. Another fantasy car that seems to be real popular, it was with me. I love the wheels and everything on this one, is the Cone Shaker. And I haven't opened one of these yet. I've only got 2, but there's your Cone Shaker there. I love the orange and white to match up like the cone, and I like everything about it. And I like that it's got a hole there so you can stack the cones just like they stack normally. And I like that little part on the back to where you can take a card. Let's see if I've got a carded card. I should need to grab something that's carded real quick. Here you can take these 2 little pegs on the back look like triangles, and you can set a card on the back of that, like in that, and it'll hold your card up there. So if you want to display a card, so pretty cool little deal. Love the Cone Shaker, so I picked those up if I ever find them. I'm not going to open this one yet. This was the Quick Chat. My wife actually got it for her collection, and I have one of the original phones back there, so I kind of put it on it. Probably put it up in her office whenever we figure out what's going on there. Then this piece here was pretty cool. I just picked this up, and the main reason I picked them up, I normally don't pick up a lot of the skateboard stuff, is these had the old school decos. You can kind of see this one has the custom auto and the twin mill on it, and then this one has the original packaging, like you see on the original Redline packaging there. And so if you put those together, you can kind of see what they did there. And I was going to open this up. We're going to open this because I've got a rat fink back here, and I kind of want him to hold the old school skateboard, so that's why I bought this one. If I can get it out of the package. This first skateboards I believe I've opened of Hot Wheels since they've been doing the skateboard series. And oh, that's cool. Got your Hot Wheel symbol on the back there on the actual grip tape. And then Got the old school Hot Wheels logo there. That's the one I want him to kind of hold up. I want to kind of have him holding that up, or you know, standing on it, one of the two. We'll go ahead and pull the other one out too while we're at it. And then here's your, let's see if you can see it there. Got the grip tape like before, and then you've got your Sense 68 written there. Got the custom auto and the twin mill sitting there on that. Pretty cool little design. So, and then it's got a couple of pair of tennis shoes here. And I believe the tennis shoes go on your fingers, so you can kind of do a skateboarded finger cap deal here. Yeehaw. So, anyway, plan on putting the, let that go for a minute. Plan on putting no rat fink holding the skateboard like this. I think it'll make a cool display overall, or I can put it under him, but I think it'll look cooler if he's holding this one up. So that's what I'll probably do. Anyway, just a little tidbit of what I was wanting to do and why I bought that. And anyway, we'll keep moving. Now, next we get into some Blackwall-era stuff. And this is like a cut card here of the turbo wedge. Now on this one is, what I do on these is before I open them, I go and find the original. The one that matches it, and make sure that there's going to be either I need an upgrade, or there's a variation. This one's actually going to be an upgrade. I'll go ahead and open it and I'll show you what I ended up, why I upgraded this one. It was on a cut card for one, but they look pretty good there next to each other. But if you look, I don't know if you can see the wing or not. The wing's got a little mess up area on this one, and then also there's a little bit of corrosion, especially like on the base of that one, and then the one I just opened doesn't have the corrosion. And these are High Racker series, set on a cut card. You can kind of see the corrosion on the motor, but this one is the exact same base, so it was basically an upgrade because of the wing on the back and because of the corrosion a little bit on the motor. So the other one, it's in good shape. I'll end up trading it around and or selling it or something later down the road. Somebody will be needing it. And also got the orange version, and I had the orange one here. And now you think, oh, that's a big upgrade because it's missing the wing, but this one's actually just a variation. And so let me go ahead and open this one up. Well, if I can get it open, this is a little bit tougher to open than I thought it would. So anyway, there's your one I just ripped, and then here's the one that I've already had out. And you can kind of see the dullness of the orange and everything. But also look, this one that I just opened has a Hong Kong base, and then this one's a Malaysia base, so I've got to keep the Malaysia and the Hong Kong. So what I do on like these old ones, I pull out the old tow mar here, and I got the tow mar, and I'll flip through to the correct page that, or page, the where they're at in here. See if I can show you there. They're right here, and I've got them marked up. I've got the light green one marked up in like a 8.5. I'll mark it off now. I'll have a 9.5 probably in the green one. And then the orange one, I've got Hong Kong base, don't have it marked at all, so I'll be able to mark it off and put at least a 9.5 on it, because it looks really mint, but there might be a little something going on with it. And then I've also got the Malaysia one still marked down, and it's a 5 because it's missing the wing. So the Malaysia one I've still got to upgrade, and then I mark it off in here. So this kind of keeps me, anything that's I collect that's pre 1990 and before, I use the tow mark, and I carry this with me so I know exactly what upgrades I need, and I mark them off as an upgrade. And then if I need to upgrade here, then I try to move everything around to accommodate those upgrades. So that's a pretty cool upgrade on that one. Next here we've got the Jeep CJ7, and this one's actually one with the white surround around the windshield. And I've actually already have one with the white surround around the windshield loose. But there's a variation on this one also. So I'll show you real quick. And this is the kind of stuff that, you know, the reason I collect Blackwalls pretty heavy compared to most, but there you go. I just opened this one. This is one that was already open. Not too bad a shape. It's got a little bit of wear on around the windshield of one, but let me flip the bases over here so you can see. Let's see if you can get that base. One of them has the Hong Kong base, and one of them has a Malaysia base. You can kind of see it written. Sorry, one of them has a Hong Kong base. One of them has a Malaysia base. You can kind of see them written down there at the bottom. So now we've got both variations here, and then have the white surround around those. And there was also the release. I'll show you these. I'll show you one without the white. So there's your white, and then there's one without the white surround around the base there. And this one also is a Malaysia base on it. But I'm also going to show you another variation of that one. No white around no white around the windshield on that. But then you've got, let me turn it around here so you can see it. You've got a Malaysia base also on this one, but there's a Malaysia base flat, and there's a Malaysia base on a bar. That's what I call it. And it's a raised bar, Malaysia, and this one's just flat on the actual bottom. Kind of hard to see there, but so two variations on the base. A lot of people doesn't matter to them as long as they've got a Malaysia and a Hong Kong base, but I do collect all the base variations also. So glad to add another one of the variations to my collection. So what I do is I go over to my handy dandy book of toe marks. I pull out the Jeep here. We've got the Jeep. This one is the white with the Hong Kong, and I can mark it off and put 9.5 on it. And there you go. I got it updated in my book, so when I'm out and about, you can carry this with you. When I say out and about, like conventions or something like that, you can pick it up without having to worry about, do I have it or not? You've already got something that says you got it. Next here is a Solera CX4, and this one is one of the first releases with the unpainted or Zamac body on it with a Malaysia base. So let me open this one up and I'll show you the one. This is an actual upgrade. I already pulled all the cars that I pulled over here so that y'all can see of what I do whenever I go to upgrade these. Let me pull the car here. So this one here is the upgrade, and then you've got the one that I had in my collection. This one that I had has I don't know if y'all can see that there, the wings got a little bend to it, and it's got a little wear on the tampo. I don't know why stuff's not focusing that good today, but you've got the Malaysia base there, and this one is the Malaysia base also in the bigger writing, but you can kind of see how much nicer this one is. Of course, it's a straight blister pull, not been played with, but so this one here will be an extra that I will trade around. But I wanted to go over some of the other bases with y'all real quick, because I've got four different bases on this casting now. Let me show you first. Let's see if we can find the Hong Kong base. So that's the Hong Kong base of the Zamac Solera. Same paint job, same Zamacs, but that one's got the Hong Kong base. Then we have three with the Malaysia base, and every base is different. And let's start with, see if I can get this up here and get it to focus. So if you look there, you've got two different Malaysia bases. Everything looks the same, but if you look at the Malaysia actual wrote out in the bar, the one on the bottom is a small Malaysia and the one on top is a big Malaysia written out. Not no big deal to most people. I just collect every variation that I can find, And so that's a pretty big difference to me. And then on top of that, you go down to the one that's got the small Malaysia on it. And then I've got another Malaysia base one here. And if you look, they both have the same Malaysia, but if you look, the top one, they don't have the name written out. They've just got a bar over where the name was. So you've got 3 Malaysia bases with 3 different variations on the base. And then you've got a Hong Kong. So all 4 cars, all Zamac, but all of them are different bases. So kind of cool if you're into variations and stuff. A lot of this stuff's not going to be in the books. It's just stuff that you find over the years. And so I just wanted to kind of show y'all that variation real quick, which is a lot of people may not know about it, or a lot of people maybe don't care about it. Let's put it that way. Anyway, let me get a drink. Sorry about that. So next, here we've got the wind splitter, which is basically a BMW M1. And I know you'll be like, oh, it's in a good card and it's unpunched and all that. It's already busted out the end here. I don't know if y'all can see that. These things get yellow, brittle, and then they bust out the end if you move them around a lot. And somebody's taped this at one time. You can see the tape there on the back. This is from 1983, but the whole end's busted out. So let me pull the car out, and we'll compare it to what's in my collection now. So the one that's in my collection, it's a big upgrade. You can see how crisp everything is on the one that I just ripped compared to the old one, and all the colors look the same. And I believe that the bases are the same on these two. I'm trying to see if I can get them up there where you can actually see them a little better. As you can see, there's still dirt and everything on this one where some kids played with it over the years. I never have cleaned it, but it's cool to have one right out of the rip. So that one will be also something I need to mark off in the book. So I just go over here to the... Before I get to that, I probably need to go back to the Soul-Air, much as I hate to say it, and make sure I'm updated on it. And it's just got 2 written down on the unpainted, and it's got the silver metallic, which is over here, which is a painted version of the same car. You can kind of see the difference there. Sorry to backtrack like that, but you can see the Zamac and the silver paint there. So anyway, we're talking about the Zamac one now. It doesn't show anything but a Hong Kong and Malaysia base in this book. So ultimately there is 4 bases right now. So there's 2 that's not in the book. So what I do is I just make a little note saying date bar or whatever the issue is with the base, and then I write what it is and what shape it is, or at least shape it is to me. So we've done that. Next we've got the wind splitter here, and I've got one written as a Malaysia base. Both of these are Malaysia bases, and it's not showing the Malaysia base. For some reason it's got a Hong Kong base in here, but I had this down as a 6, which given it generous to a 6, so now I'm going to put it down as a 9.5. Hard for me to put a 10 on anything, but you know, some of them are, I'm sure. So sorry about that long explanation of where we're at. I just wanted to kind of go more in depth on what we're doing. Next here we've got the Jet Sweep X5, still in the original package there, but of course it's cut card, and it's from 1985. Cut cards are great because you can keep your car in great shape until you get ready to open them. Now I believe this one was in a 3-pack because it's a little different card. You can kind of see the way it's written on the back there and the way this one's cut out, that this was probably a 3-pack car. The one I have now currently that's going to replace, you can kind of see the back wing's got a chip out of it, and the paint job, the wheels are not straight. This one has been played with, but to me, as long as I had an I don't know why I can't open this thing. It's so tough. To me, as long as I've got an example of it, it don't really bother me that much to you know, have that wear and tear. It's just another one that I have an example of that I'll eventually maybe upgrade later on if I find it. If I don't find it, at least I've got one for a reference. I know there's a lot of guys and girls out there that collect this mint, and I understand that too. It's nice whenever you can pull one out of the blister and have it looking just brand new. And this one's always was cool because I like the way that you opened up and you got your turbine engine in there, jet engine, whatever you want to call it, and thought that was cool. And then there's your Malaysia base there. So big upgrade between the two there on that one. So obviously I will be having to go in there and put this one down as a 9.5 compared to what this one was. This one's a pretty good upgrade. So we'll go find the jet sweep over here, which we've got, and I'm going to put that as a 9.5, and that goes into the collection, and I'll, you know, put it back up here as after we get done here. And next here we've got the Redliner. If y'all can see that, this used to be called the Warpath stuff. There again, yellow blister, and it's busting out of the back. Like I said, a couple of good drops and it's going to pop out anyway. Even though it is an unpunched blister, it busts out the end just like anything else would. And there you go. Very nice. And the one it's replacing, it's got a little wear, a little damage. You see on the back there, it's got a little wear and damage on it. This one is really nice. The one I just pulled, obviously, is straight out of the package. Both the bases look the same on there. They are plastic base, which is kind of wild on these because most everything was metal back in the day. But this was originally, you know, they've renamed this a couple times. A lot of people knew it as a Warpath. This is one they called it the Redliner. But pretty cool upgrade there. So obviously, we'll have to put that in the books as an upgrade of. We'll write that down real quick. And the Redliner is, I had it listed as a 7. Now we're going to go up to a 9.5. So anyway, that's pretty much everything we're going to open for today. I kind of wanted to go over this tow mart and how I mark it up because I've had questions about that. That's everything that's 1990 and before that I collect. I collect everything 1990 to 1968. So that's the book that kind of keeps everything that I know what I've got and what kind of condition it's in. And then these other castings are castings I collect every variation of, and I just wanted to go over that some with y'all. Some people have been asking for opening videos, so I just thought it'd be cool to make one opening video. I'll make some more going down the future, and I'll get back up to the shop here real soon. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for today. If you like what you're seeing, please like, share, follow, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. I'd appreciate it. If there's anything else you want to know more about or see more of, put it in the comments. I'll try to get it in one of the next ones. Also, I've got a live every Tuesday at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. We talk about Hot Wheels, diecast, collectibles, toys. Doesn't matter. If you're interested in that, just put your notification bells on. You'll know when I go live. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. I appreciate everybody coming back and seeing me, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Thank you. Hope everybody's had a great weekend and a great day. Main reason I hadn't been ripping cars for the collection is because I've just been trying to figure out how I want to arrange everything because I want to get it all out on display. It is what it is. But it is easier if you're a newer collector. If you start with a new casting, you can kind of keep up as each one comes out and go ahead and make a list or mark it off and say, or just get it as it comes out. I'm going to do some more opening videos coming down the road, plus some more stuff up at the shop. I call anything after 1990 newer. There are certain castings I collect and certain castings I don't. I can't get anything out today. Must be camera shy. Woo! Hot. Woo, it's hot. Hope you're having a great weekend and a great day and a great day and a great day and a great day and a great weekend and a great night and a great day and a great evening, great night, and a great afternoon, good morning, afternoon, evening, morning, afternoon, evening, midnight, whatever time of day it is. I hope you're having a great one. Bang, the official, unofficial sponsor of Deluxe Garage. You can show that you have the real deal Holyfield. It's like this and like that and like this, Anna. It's like that and like this and like that, Anna. So just chill to the next episode.
Don't worry, folks. After all, it's only a cartoon.